I told the city that I was going to have you recalled. We had 2 council people recalled, police chief fired, city administrator fired.
Sir, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yes, sir.
You want to start a recall on me, start the damn thing.
That sounds good. I expect nothing less from
I'll
you.
sign the petition because the one thing I'm tired of. People like you coming from outside.
I don't care what you're tired of. That's me.
There's like a 5-second delay on the video here.
Yeah.
So. There's like the people in there are watching your live stream because they couldn't get the video running, so there's like a 5-second delay. Sorry. Oh, Jack Miller from San Antonio, Texas. This is my card. You're going to want it. And you want to give it to all your police officers because I'm going to make y'all my hobby.
Yeah.
I'm a civil rights activist. I catch bad cops. I appreciate you guys. Citizens are telling me you give them extra time here, and I'm glad that you're letting them vent. Very important. And I'm glad you're talking about fish ponds, and you're talking about getting people involved. That's great, and I commend you for that. But you are not doing enough.
Yeah.
Every cop that was there that did not go in, no amount of training is going to cause them to go in. They were already trained. I was a cop right after Columbine, and they came out with active shooter training. And as soon as I heard that day before video came out, I started telling everybody they weren't following their training. And I'm here to tell you, if a mass shooting happens again in your city, these same police are not going to run in. You don't have to take my word for it. Look at what they did. They were trained to run in and stop the shooter.
Yes.
And they didn't.
Yes.
I'm not anti-cop. I'm just telling you, that's the facts, right? They didn't do it. And they should have. We all know now they should have. They didn't. So what do? You disband. You get rid of every single cop that was there that did not run in there when that guy was shooting.
Yeah.
You get rid of them. Is it going to cost you money? Absolutely. And I don't think there's one citizen in here that will not sign that check. Let him sue. Let him sue. Buy. Get rid of them. Buy. This is an at-will state. They're not civil service protected. And if they are, see ya. Sue away. We don't want them here faced with the same decision ever again. They've already showed you what they'll do, even with the proper training. Yeah. So please, bringing in somebody to train the current officers, no. They need to be gone.
Yeah. Gone.
You bring in new officers, the state will kick in, you apply for emergency assistance, they'll handle your law enforcement till you start hiring guys here and girls here, right? They'll do that. And you train them. So that's what I have to say about that. They've already demonstrated to you what they will do. Lieutenant Javier Martinez today got out of his car, got in our faces, and wanted to fight us because we told him to put on his seatbelt. Come to find out, he was the first officer in that school.
Professional.
He wanted to fight us, but he would not run in. We have it on video.
I'll show y'all if y'all like.
You need to get rid of him. Your police officers show up, get out, and they have to push him back in his car. And they left because we weren't doing nothing wrong at all. And your police knew that. He needs to go. Please. Last thing. If you guys don't get rid of your police department, nothing against you. I commend you for everything you're doing for these residents and children. But I'm going to teach your residents how to recall you. You all know what recall is. And take my word serious. Call Leon Valley. You got to smirk. I already know who you are, and I know why you got to smirk, and that's okay. Call Leon Valley and ask them what happened the last time I told a city that I was going to have you recalled. We had 2 council people recalled, police chief fired, city administrator fired.
Sir,
True story.
Right Now, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes, sir.
You wanna start a recall on me, start the damn thing.
That sounds good. I expect nothing less from you.
I'll sign the petition, but the one thing I'm tired of,
Uh-huh.
people like you coming from outside.
I don't care what you're tired of. We don't care what you're tired of.
People like it because of the culture here. They have to come.
We're
They
tired
have
of
to
people
come
like
from
you.
everywhere.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
That'll be enough. That'll be enough, or I will clear the chambers. That will be enough.
There is kids from Uvalde
That will be
here
enough.
that are traumatized, that don't need to hear the
Then please be respectful, Mayor.
Oh,
I am
well,
trying to be
he-
respectful.
Don't say you're tired of people like us. That's
If you
disrespectful.
yell
Yeah,
out
but you're
again,
not
I'm
thinking
gonna
about
have
the
you
kids
removed
that are
from
in
the
here.
chamber.
I
That's
lost
fine,
my
whatever is
niece.
needed.
I lost my niece and she was one of the victims, and my kid is
understand,
here.
ma'am, that's why I'm here.
Okay, but
take him out of here.
don't be
It's probably not a good
disrespectful
place
with
for
him
him.
because
Don't
he's
defend the
the-
coward.
He's the one.
Don't defend the
he's
coward.
Take him outside till we're
He's
done
the
and
one
then bring him
person
back in.
out of everybody.
That's all you gotta do.
Who, where's the governor? Where's everybody?
I mean-
He's the
I mean,
only person.
there's gonna be yelling.
He's the only person
I'm
who
mad.
listens to us.
I want to throw this at that
I
man.
know y'all
I'm
know
mad.
that you're not from
I would have
here,
been one of the
but
ones to.
he's the
We
only
investigate
They would have
everything.
took my gun from me.
He's
They wouldn't have caught me from going into school unless I was on the ground bleeding.
I appreciate
We have to do what you need to do.
I respect you.
understand.
All right.
We have to send our kids back to
I wake up
school.
crying about
Hey guys,
I
let's.
love you.
But don't
Okay, let's keep
disrespect
moving
him.
forward.
I've been asked by a parent to
Let's just keep talking.
pull it down
Exactly.
for his child.
Think
So
about
let's
the
just
kids that are
let's just
here.
do that for a second. Can we? For a second, please. I know that emotions are high. Guys, this is how you get these emotions down. You get rid of your police. That every single officer that was there, not every one of them, but everyone that was there that made the choice to not enter while the shooting was going on, even though they promised in their training, in their active shooter training, that started way back in Columbine, that they would. They promised everybody that they would. They just need to be gone. They should have quit. They have not. You guys have the power to say bye-bye. I'm begging you, please do that and ask DPS to come in and help you guys out while you get new officers in. Please, thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
I'll encourage everybody here in the press, if you're listening, Google, hold on a second. All you have to do is Google Texas Peace Officer Termination. You will find the very first thing that pops up that tells you how you can terminate a peace officer. We're following that to the T. You can't go against it because it's a state law.
Can you tell me what happens if you terminate against that state law? What happens?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, I will tell.
If we break
I will
state
tell you
law,
what happens.
What is that? How does that make that right?
Okay, I'm going to answer. This is what happens if you guys.
I'm being honest and I'm being truthful.
I know of the law you're talking about, and you are telling the truth. Let me tell you what the penalty is for breaking that law. There is no criminal penalty for doing it. It brings you up on civil liability. That's it. And like I said, I don't think there's one person in here that won't sign that check.
But it sets
Let him sue.
precedence. And that's setting a
Let him sue.
precedence in a group like this, on something like that, when you're going against a law.
Rosa Parks,
You know that.
let me tell you, Rosa,
Precedence is what we need here.
please, please, please. Rosa Parks saw a law that carried a criminal penalty, and she said, screw that, I'm going to break that law.
That's a little different than that.
It is not. It's a law. You're using the law to not fire a cop?
No, not exactly. We're following the law and what the state says.
Right, so this is a law you don't need to follow. You need to fire the cops that made the decision not to go in there. The penalty, if you're in a war, I'm a veteran, if you're in a war zone and you don't fight, the penalty is death. It still is. If you run away, I can shoot and kill you. All I'm asking you to do is fire them. And let me tell you, the law says I can kill them, but my God says I can't. But if you're on a battlefield with me and you run, I'm going to shoot you as soon as I can. Even though my God says I can't kill, that's what you're going to get. I'm going to violate that law and I'm going to seek forgiveness. You fire the cops in violation of that law and you seek forgiveness from them. You seek forgiveness from these folks, please. Thank you. And as far as the recall goes, look, if you're not getting rid of these cops, that's a promise. You got to get rid of them. Later on, you can let me know by email or whatever if you're for getting rid of the cops or not. If you're for getting rid of the cops, I'll leave you alone. But if you're not, like you, nah. Okay, then you let me know. Later on, you let me know your position. But anybody up here that is in a position that you're not going to push getting rid of the cops, I'm going to do everything in my power to educate the citizens on how to conduct a recall. And that's about the only thing I can do that's legal, right? Okay, thank you. And I'm approachable. You can call or talk to me anytime.